Yeah, StreamYard tripping. That's all I want to say. Either that or my internet is bugged out. What's up, y'all? This is the Fifth General here. It's been a minute since I did a watch along. I mean, hey, I got a day job, man. I got responsibilities, man. So things to do. So not always able to get on YouTube like that. Besides the podcast, y'all know I do the podcast, but we pre-record it. We don't go live. So, but I'm not always able to go live. So that's the other part. But anyway, we're doing another Pop the Balloon watch along. I didn't get a chance to do a watch along on episode 20. So I may regret this watching this reunion because I'm pretty sure she's gonna have somebody on it from that episode that I didn't see. So it is what it is. I had to do this one because it's fresh, it's hot off the presses. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a live reaction. So I won't take too long. Let's get right into it. Oh, at the Fifth General, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at the Fifth General, TikTok, Fifth General TV, YouTube, Fifth General TV. All right. So let's pull it up and let's get into it. Pause. Okay. Let me put this view. Here we go.
Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette, and we're here today with the season 10. Make some noise, y'all! Yeah, they're 10. So that's episode 11 through 20. Okay, and y'all all were a big part of it. Big all day. So before we start getting into all these juicy topics, I know y'all are ready. Yes. We're getting into all these juicy topics, great discussions, whatever we're gonna get into. I do want to go ahead and bring out my own BM.
Welcome to Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Arlette and Mully Season 2 reunion.
Yes.
That is 20 consistent episodes. It's a big achievement.
Yeah.
So we're here now.
I know.
Now, first thing first, I want to thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for blessing us with everything that we have.
Amen.
I will not be shy about praising his name. He is the way of life.
Mhm.
Next, I want to thank, obviously, my wife.
Amen.
Wonderful, wonderful host. She's been absolutely amazing. She's just, every single episode, she's shining. She does a fantastic job at everything that she does. So I want to give a big round of applause for her once again. I also want to thank all of our supporters, everyone that supports us, everyone that comes on the show to try to find love, everyone that watches us and shares our videos. We thank you. We only focus on people who support us.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
Next up, I also want to say that we do have a podcast out right now. Head to my channel where you can watch exclusive interviews. I will be putting out some exclusive behind the scenes footages as well. So make sure you're logged onto both channels. Both of these channels will be together. So make sure you are subscribed to both channels so that you do not miss out on any content.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that if you don't want to miss out on any content, make sure you subscribe to both channels. Now, I think it's time to get into it. Who's ready for season 2 reunion?
All right, so to go ahead and kick off this reunion, let's go ahead and take a
I
look at some
appreciate
of
the
the
production
amazing moments
value.
that happened.
I appreciate the production value from Arlette.
My name
and
is
her
James
husband.
with James Gourmet Pies.
You kind of look like Coming to America right now.
I do have a rotation, but
I see you used to dealing with peasants, so you don't know when you see a king.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's because he's the police.
The first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is
I remember
on you.
this guy.
You look like something that I like might go, out back and take myself up top to. So I didn't know.
What does that mean?
You look like a porn star or something like that.
What makes you wake up every day and want to do what you do?
He was wild.
My cat.
You who?
My cat. That is who makes me happy.
Yeah,
I
Pop
think
that.
Glorilla's
I
beautiful.
I'm dark
remember that.
skinned. I think more like Kelly Rowland, but I appreciate the compliment.
That's fine as well.
Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias.
Yeah, that's the episode I
Okay,
didn't see.
so that was, like we saw,
She
it was a great
bogus, too.
season. Thank you all, first of all, for coming on, and thank you all for being here today as well. To go ahead and kick it off, as we saw in episode 12, there was someone who was just the king of marketing. Okay, I think we all kind of know who we're talking about over here. Every time we got to him, we were like, man, he's about to put himself on. So just to kind of go ahead and take a recap, let's go ahead and see what this man's journey was like on his episode.
My name is James with James Gourmet Pies. James with James Gourmet Pies. I'm James with James Gourmet Pies, 37.
It's gone over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is James Gourmet Pies. Facebook, Instagram, check me out. James Gourmet Pies, 37. James Gourmet Pies, 37. James Gourmet Pies, 37.
Man, fellas, if you're gonna get on this show, don't do that, man. Like the women do it. You know what I mean? Don't do it too, man, because it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for when women do it either, but it's definitely not a good look for men because you just look. The show has nothing to do with your business, and you just come off like thirsty or clout chasing, man. And fellas, don't go out like that, man. That's just my opinion. But shout outs to him in his business, though. I'm not knocking that, but the one guy, I think his name was Eric. He was talking about people just being on there and just promoting, not really caring about the content of the show or the program or what Arlette's doing, but just trying to promote themselves. And that's what this show has become, sadly. It's not Arlette's fault. It is what it is. When you become popular and you're averaging like millions of views every Pop the Balloon episode, I mean, it happens. She should be having 1 million subscribers by now, man, because she gotta have she gets too much views to not get this. She's at 500,000. She's gotta get 1 million. She's gotta be there soon, man. Anyway, y'all subscribe to her, man. If y'all like the shows she do. You know what I mean? Back to the video, man.
Okay, so James,
Yes,
every
ma'am.
single time I said, man, what's your name and age? What's your name and age? You always got to throw in James Gourmet Pies.
Got to. Got to. And let me tell you why, right?
Uh-huh.
If you have a dream or a goal, I think that you should always put yourself out there.
Okay.
Even the Bible says, like if I give you an talent and you waste it, go to hell. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm the best at what I do, and that's how I introduce myself. I don't care who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody need to have a 30-second commercial.
Okay.
Yeah. To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a
Yeah, but anyway, I already said what I said.
So speaking on that, so did you come on the show like trying to find a match, or you're like, you know what, I'm gonna come on there and just put my business out there?
Good question, Arlette.
Definitely. I was really looking for something serious.
Okay.
And
I was like,
everybody,
I don't believe
you. Tell us so.
In the comment section, they've been coming at my top pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just here for promotion. And that was not it. I would say the very first contestant,
Came off like that.
Driva, she was one that I would have taken like very serious. You know what I mean? Like, I was feeling her. If you go and watch the whole thing all over again, like, that was one that I was like, no, this could be serious. You know what I mean? But then she was like, well, I don't like dudes with kids like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, but I'm saying like,
I needed to taste one of his pies expeditiously.
That's what I wanted to do. I was just like, I want to try these pies. So,
Okay.
even though the intent was not for him to.
Yeah, it was catchy.
For James, Cleveland, Ohio. Your pies?
Yo, this sounds
I
crazy.
ship them
yo.
nationwide, but I just want people to know that you can rub your stomach and tap your head at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, James, the shipping was like $50, right?
Damn.
Right now it is a little expensive. I don't make nothing off shipping. But, I was definitely here to find something real, and it just didn't work out in my favor.
Okay. Good,
So,
good.
James, are you willing? Pause. No Diddy.
We're gonna have to have that conversation. We can have conversation. You know what I mean?
I gotta say for James pies, those pies is fat.
Hey,
They are.
Really good.
Those
pies
are really
Yeah,
good.
your samples. They were pretty tasty.
Tastes like your granny made them.
Okay, so James, you actually brought up Driva, who was on your episode. Driva, when you came out, unfortunately, you didn't find a match
Driva's
either.
there.
And one of the main reasons that people ended up hopping on you was something kind of a little silly when we look back at it. But I mean, I guess to them it was a big deal. But let's go ahead and see what it was that everyone ended up popping on.
Hi, I'm Driva.
Driva, okay, how old are you?
I'm above.
She wasn't there.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah,
I don't
think
know
so.
her age.
how old?
36.
36.
How old are you?
Above 30.
Above 30?
Mm-hmm.
You're not confident in it?
I'm waiting for my husband to have a kid.
Okay.
I didn't tell my age, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Look,
a
Braylon
mature
already ready to
situation. Tell
interject.
your age.
Yeah,
Playing
yeah.
games. What you
This is
playing
real
for?
people, man.
Okay, so Driva, it seemed
Them
like
days
you
is
focused
over.
a lot on the men's age, but then when it came to
Right.
you, you were like above 30, like you didn't want to disclose yours at all.
Right.
You kind of explained it a little bit, but do you want to kind of get into it?
Dang
You know what,
hypocrite.
y'all? I'm so sorry. If I could go back, I would just go ahead and tell the age. I didn't know that it was going
She
to be a
look better
big
here.
thing. My bad. Like, if I could go
She
back
look way
in
better here.
time, y'all, I would just
She look
say
good.
my age because I didn't know it was going to be a big thing like that.
So how old are you?
35, y'all. 35.
Yeah, you should have
Internet,
just
I am
said
35.
that.
You can come on a show like this disclosing information. Do you got kids? I'm maybe. Like,
I didn't
what?
say that.
I know,
I
I'm
didn't
just
say.
saying. It's just
30 fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Big
Thank
love.
you. Thank you. If I ever do anything like this again, I would just disclose it all.
Because you mentioned on the show is because of like brand deals or something along those lines. Like,
Yeah.
So the brands wouldn't have taken you if you were a
Okay.
certain age, or what is it?
So I want to get into acting also. And I really kind of, okay, y'all know how like Carly Red, like if you look her up, you can't find her age. People like are like guessing about stuff like that. And certain celebrities lie about their age. Like I heard Beyonce isn't really the age that's on Google. I'm just saying. So
I'm a beehive.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I was
Beyonce-
just about to say, yo,
don't attack me. Don't
She
attack me. Don't
42.
attack me.
What's
Don't
going on
attack
with
me.
Hey,
you?
that's my girl.
Don't
That's the
attack me. Don't attack
queen.
me.
You
But
can't-
like, I just really didn't want it all the way out there. But hell, it's hell. The internet bullied me. 35.
You're still
Damn.
young. I mean, you're
Damn.
still young.
But yeah.
Are you ready to take your content to the next level? Going live.
Dang, with these commercials, man. Arlette got a lot of commercials. I mean, shout outs to her being monetized, but she got a lot of commercials.
And I'll say for me, like, I didn't care what age you were. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been 55. You wearing it well. Like,
Nigga,
you know,
Jay, I
like,
like that. That's the
word.
sauce right there.
Word. So I'm
Look,
coming
James
here
trying to get his
defense on
balloon unpopped real quick.
that. Somebody bring me another balloon.
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Braylon.
So now, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Driva.
Driva. Now that you done tasted James' pies,
Yo.
yeah.
Do I want to give it a try?
What's up?
Yeah, we can
Go
do
ahead,
that, James. We
slide
can link
that
tomorrow.
Instagram.
Yeah, what she
She said her and James can link tomorrow.
So
Oh,
Dreva,
no.
Brian, we can link tomorrow too. No,
right.
Somebody give me a toothpick for my individual balloon now. She's talking about later down.
but Dreva, I want to talk about something. I wanted you to stand on your age, right? Because it really doesn't matter how old you are. We don't care, right? That's something important for a man to know when we dating and we're asking these particular questions. So it doesn't really matter if you're 35. You could be 45. If we want to get at you, we're gonna get at you. No
And
question.
you look good.
Period.
Thank you.
See? But you already took it back. You said, when I come back, I'm going to say my age.
Stand on that age.
Yes.
That's
Stand on that age.
That's crazy. Quarter to night. Stand on that age.
Okay. All right. Well, our next person we're going to talk about.
Well, okay. All right, I'll talk. So I get what he's saying. So what he's basically saying is, like, you're 35. You're too old to not be real about this. And I don't know what it is about. I mean, this has been since I've been a kid. I don't know what it is about women and their age, but you got to be honest, because, and secondly, you were asking men there, you were asking them questions. You can't ask, how old are you? But then when we ask how old are you, it's, oh, I'm between 30 and 40. So, you know what, man? You know what? Here's the thing, you know, I used to kind of, when I was younger, I ain't know any better. Well, maybe I did, but I still did what I wanted. I used to entertain that, man. But then I got to a point where I was like, I'm not entertaining that no more. If a woman don't tell me her age, then, you know, that's a red flag. And I'll treat it like that. So, and that's why the men pop their balloon, because that is a red flag. And yes, she said if she could do it all over again, that she would have said her age, because, you know, I take it that she's still single. So it's not like after the taping of the show that she found someone. So yeah. But hey, you live and you learn. It had to be till you was 35 and on a YouTube, very popular YouTube show. But hey, it is what it is. If that's what it takes. You know, from now on, the more you know.
I also got a lot of comments. You know, a lot of people were saying like, oh, this girl has no self-confidence. You know, she keeps popping on assumptions, this, that, and the third. Let's take a look at who that could have possibly been.
I didn't mean to pop it.
Oh, you didn't mean to pop it.
No, I have arthritis. Like, my hands are bad, and like it accidentally, literally just
What
popped.
she talking
But I
about?
feel like you probably want a girl that's more like clean.
Why you
clean
why you
cut.
assuming that? Why you assuming?
And I'm just more edgier. I already know you're not gonna like it, but my relationship was New Year's, January. So that's just
So you popped because you assumed that I wasn't gonna like it?
yeah, because it's so recent. Other women, you know, it's been a couple years, and
No, that ain't no
you know the
reason.
healing process. I'm not the best cook,
Okay.
and I dated a real estate agent before, and it just gosh because I work
Chick's a
in the music
stripper.
industry.
Okay, Zola. So after looking back, you know,
She kept
at your
saying
time on Pop the
entertainment
Balloon,
industry. It's adult
um,
entertainment.
I don't know if you were able to see any of the comments, but a lot of like the viewers were like, why did she come on the show if, you know, all she was going to do is pop on
Facts.
people based off of her own
That's a
assumptions?
lot of them
you
on
know,
that show. Then.
no one ever said this, but she was popping on them. Like, were you able to like see that when you went back and watched it, or what were your thoughts on that?
I got thousands of messages, emails. I mean, positive and negative. I just try to focus on the light and positive side of things, you know, and it was so much like comments on everything, not just that, the insecurity, like just me like being a stripper and maybe not. Sometimes I like regret saying that I was a stripper because it's just like I know what comes with it. So people just think like, oh, you're a stripper, part-time. So how are you looking for love? How are you like even a woman of God? Like it's just like all these things. Like, no, I'm still a woman of God, and like I still want love and things like that, but it's just like overwhelming, like all the messages. Oh.
So I have a question.
Yeah, good question. I know it's
I
coming.
don't know what to say right now.
Yeah. Do you feel like your job is keeping you single? Like, do you get in your head about it? Like, is that something that prevents you from putting yourself out there? Do you feel like?
No, like when I'm every day, I'm working in the music industry. I'm in the studio. I'm around celebrities every day. Like I'm really working in the entertainment industry. So what I mean by entertainment industry is music, modeling, and acting, and being a boss that I am, and like a woman of God. The stripping that's just a 9-to-5 side hustle to me once in a while, once in the blue moon. That's
Hold
not
on.
my life.
Okay.
You know, so
Hold on.
it's I don't
I respect
know.
your transparency on that because you didn't have to say that.
Exactly.
When you
That's why
come
I'm
in looking for
like,
love, you're putting that transparency out there, you're putting that truth out there and hoping the man accept that. So I respect that.
it's like I want to be honest and genuine and open about all areas of my life. But that's not my life. Like when I'm going to events and I'm networking with people, I don't say, "Oh, I'm a stripper." When I grow up, I want to be a stripper. No.
You
Like,
said that's a 9-to-5 side hustle.
yes, like that's
8
just
hours.
a job to me. Like I haven't been in the club for like.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Exactly. How is that a side hustle when it's 9 to 5?
What is that?
I mean, they just be talking, man. Zacchaeus would say on the show many a times, he said, let them talk long enough and they'll tell on themselves. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, okay, so you're a stripper, right? So you're trying to downplay your hours of saying it's part-time, but you just said it was 9 to 5. And it seems like the only people who react to that are the intelligent men in the room. I get it because the sisters want to stay on code and they're afraid to say something because it would judge her. But, you know, this is the world we live in. We know that if a man would have got up there and said some trash, a man's man would have said, hold up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what men do. You know, it doesn't matter if it's to a woman or to a man. Men are just about correction and accountability by nature. That's just how we are. If something comes across our ears, we're like, yo, what are you talking about? You know? But another thing, she said she was a woman of God. Maybe she is now, but, well, let's put it like this. You can't still be that in stripping. And I noticed because I saw a clip of this on YouTube, just this part. And she's got a Baphomet pentagram tattoo on her foot. If anybody, y'all would have to zoom in to see it. It's there. You can see the upside down star. So, all right, I'm gonna just play the rest, man. I'm gonna just play the rest. It's right there too. If my mouse is showing on the screen, let me see. It's like right there. If my mouse is showing it, I'm like, it's like right there, big too. It's like a big tattoo on her foot. Like the whole top of the foot is covered with that. You know, other pagan tattoos on her body, like, you know, something that she obviously got into prior to or currently in a stripping time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, by their fruit ye shall know them. I mean, a true man of God who knows what a woman of God is going to show as, he's not going to take this woman. So shout outs to the fellas who use discernment. Yeah, she popped a balloon. But for the fellas that were on that show, they used discernment too, and she did them a favor because they wasn't gonna pick that. You know what I'm saying? But back to the program.
2 months now. Like that's once in a while here and there, you know? But every day my life is music, creating. Like I go to church every Sunday, you know? But that's probably hard to believe just because I said that. But the first thing that I said, if you watch the show, the first thing I said is, I'm a recording artist. That's my life every single day. Like I just dropped a song with Casey Veggies. Like
I don't think it's hard to believe that you go to church and you're a dancer. I think as a woman, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
to
strippers
still provide.
Strippers go to church.
And who is anybody to judge you for building an income? The fact
strippers go to church, and the way I'm gonna tell you who's gonna judge her. God does. To answer the woman who's talking. You know what I mean? But guess what? You know, the Bible does say if we judge ourselves, we may not be judged. So this is how she judges herself. By stop stripping.
who you are, it just
but it's just
it
like
just
I
provides.
get it. Like I get it because I'm being realistic with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like all the lineup of men, you know, that were truck drivers and this and that. I'm just being realistic and genuine because I was that hypocrite. I wasn't a stripper my whole life. Like I started very late in my life.
Why she mention that? The lineup of men that were truck drivers. You're saying that to say what? I'll let her talk, man.
Probably like 27 years old, 28 years old.
But the work that
know?
you do does kind of define who you are. Just like if you find out.
No, it don't. It
Let me
don't. But
finish,
I will
please.
say, like,
Let
it
me-
gave
let
me
me-
the confidence.
let me
You
finish.
definitely have to be confident to just be in the music industry, to perform, to do all these things. You got to
She's
have
just
some
rambling,
level
man.
of confidence.
She just-
I get it,
she
but we're
just
talking
rambling.
about your
People just focused on that, and I really wish they didn't focus on
Because
that.
you-
'cause it's
you
just
did
like,
too.
I'm more
You
than
said
a
you
pretty
were a-
face. I'm more than
you said you were a
just
traveling,
some stripper. That's
exotic
just some
dancer.
job to me.
it's kind of hard to not to
That's
focus on
not-
that because if I'm a man and I'm looking for love, I wouldn't
Then
want
take
a
me out of
woman.
it. Like that. Hey, that would be great if I could have a man that's a
I want to interject
provider.
really quick because
Take me out of that.
Yeah, so as far as that stripping thing, you know, a little traumatized, but no, I would say being
And I'm
honest about it.
traumatized as well.
Trust
Just
me,
being
we
a
going
black
through the same
woman
thing.
in the
Uh-oh.
industry, music industry, and what I've been through.
I get it, the
But you
entertainment
chose
business, trust me. But what I'm saying is this: the fact that you are honest about it.
Let me stop. But you chose that though. Like you now you're just babble. Now you're just babbling. You're stripper splaining now. Like that's very disingenuous. You can't become a stripper and then now talk about the black struggle. No, we're not giving that we're not giving that a pass.
Boy, ain't no
No,
way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
No.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
She's got a lot of growing up to do. She does. She's got a lot of spiritual development that she has to do. She's just not ready. She's not ready for the man that she wants. Then again, I don't even know if she even wants a man of God. But if she wants a man of God, she's not ready. She's not gonna get him. She'll get something, but it's not gonna be ideally what it is. So good luck.
As long as you have to lead with that, you know what I mean. I know you're saying like, "Oh, I did it 2 months ago," whatever the case is. But when you talk to someone, they're gonna feel like it's right.
Because being realistic, most likely I'm gonna work with a guy that's
Being realistic, you shouldn't have been on the show. So here's the thing, right? So she's now being held accountable. That's what's going on. She's having a hard time being an adult and taking accountability. You see what I'm saying? And it's, you know, I guess she's feeling like she's in a corner and now she's just swinging. This is a life lesson. I called it. She just was not ready. You know, I'm pretty sure she could be a tender, nice person. I don't know. I'm not saying she's bad because she stripping. I don't think because you're a stripper, you're an evil person. Now, you do need to stay away from the appearance of evil, and that is the stripping, right? Because that's a lust-based line of work. You know, there's a lot of spiritual confusion going on when doing those activities if you're claiming to be a woman of God. Yeah, man, she needs to really, like, and I'm pretty sure her being in the music industry isn't any better for her in terms of the fact that she's a woman and the fact that she, like she said about the stripping thing. So that energy's already drawn. I know when men see her, they probably feel it on her like, oh nah, this chick. And you know, the industry is not polite to women. It's not polite to men too, but it's really not polite to women. It's really not polite to women. Oh man, it is not forgiving for women. Women are put in very precarious situations for fame, by choice though, because what they do is they say, "Oh, you want to be number one in the charts like Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B? All right, let's go to this back room." And then she's already a stripper too. Oh, that's easy for the industry. She's food for the industry. You know what I'm saying? She looked good physically. So she's food out here. Sadly, I don't want her to be food out here. I'm not excusing it, but I'm just saying these are the dangers of the industry. Like the industry is evil, man. I don't care what people say. Y'all can have it.
Working in the entertainment industry. So when I say entertainment, I'm not saying male porn star, male stripper. No,
Well,
music industry, sports. They're most likely gonna understand me more.
But you're
because
saying
it goes hand in hand. Like
no, I get what you're saying with that.
Cardi
But
B, like I look up to that.
you're saying, but that's why you pop the balloon. But it's
Cardi B, you look up to that. Well, makes sense because Cardi B is an ex-stripper. So that's probably why she figured, well, maybe I could have the Cardi B luck. Cardi B, before her hit song hit the charts, Bodak Yellow, she was also on Loving Hip Hop for at least 2-3 seasons. So there was definitely a follow-up. I mean, I don't know. Good luck, lady. I don't know. I don't want to,
it's almost, I won't say like a coward way, but you popped your balloon with the preconceived notion that yours is going to get popped instead of allowing it to see what's going to happen. It's like you shooting yourself in the foot before it even starts.
If the balloon got popped or not. I'm not going to go on a date because I didn't feel a deep connection with anybody.
How you feel a deep connection in 30 seconds?
Okay, like not even that.
Here we go.
The physical attraction wasn't there. I'm just going off like women intuition.
But what I'm saying,
like,
isn't it like a shot in the foot? You're like not
maybe
even trying.
One day, yeah, sure, but I can't see further than that. And I'm 31 years old, and just based off experience,
talking like she's 21,
dating guys that are outside of the entertainment industry, they try to change me or they try to judge me. Like,
so that's
what
the
you're doing right now.
That's the preconceived notion. No.
So then date men and. So then date men. Come on, let me put the screen up. So then that's where you date them. Then, if that's the case, stay right there. Stop lying. You know why? Because they don't want you either. Well, at least not seriously. And that's what you found out. And then now the problem is men who are not in the industry are to blame because they're trying to change you. You said you was a woman of God. I thought you was trying to change yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What happened to that? So it's the men's fault because they use discernment, right? God forbid a man has a standard. I'm sure that's new to women these days because I know men pretty much will hit anything. They'll still hit anything, but they won't date or marry anything. That's the difference. And I think that's what's frustrating to the ladies out there. You ain't getting no commitment with that. It's not happening. You know, she's doing a lot of there's a lot of double talking and she talking out of both sides of the neck this whole time. Lady, you got caught. Okay, well, I wouldn't say you got caught, but lady, you do what you do, and you came on a dating show. It didn't go how you thought it would go, right? And you're getting called out for it. This is what happens to adults. Welcome to being an adult. You're 31, talking like you're 21, but welcome to being an adult. And the only reason why you're being held accountable to the standard that you are is because you came up there and you said that you were all of these things and still a woman of God. That just doesn't match scripturally. And you can't get mad at people who know their Bible. It is what it is. Okay? We
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Back to it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it sometimes.
No, we're not judging you at all. We're just bringing to light on what men think and what a lot of men.
And that's why, like, the entertainment industry is gonna be more understanding,
but not.
And I'm more comfortable with that.
Yeah, but the thing is that you guys don't know how men think because you're
It's
not
not
a man.
even
Y'all
stripping,
simple though,
like-
to be honest. Y'all simple men.
Again,
and there's women that dance in the strip club and they find a whole husband. There's like artists like Cash
outliers,
Doll in the entertainment
they're
industry.
out.
That is rare. And then what kind of husband are they? So Cardi B got married to Offset. Offset, not to disrespect Offset, but Offset is not the ideal husband. Okay, so I guess that's an example. You know, Eve. Before Eve got married, Eve used to be a stripper, for those who don't know. Rapper Eve. Eve used to be a stripper, but it took so many years away from her stripping. So many years. And a whole music career and an acting career. And a whole bunch of breaking down and changing of who she is. I mean, Eve is a totally different woman before she got married to that guy. You know, and you know, here's another thing. The man is speaking. I wish the other men would speak up too. The brother in the white shirt got some sense. He's trying to give them game. And they're not receiving the game. So what's going to happen is this woman is going to go through a cycle of the same stuff. This may not be the platform for him to express himself on because he won't be allowed to even speak. But he would, if he was in like a men's space, they would let him talk, and he would be pretty valid, man. Somebody need to reach out to this cat and put him on the show because I'm hearing how he's speaking, and I could tell the cloth that he was cut from. Shout outs to him. He's got his mind together. I can hear how he's speaking. I know what he's about to. It's like I know what he's about to speak about before he says it.
Liars and everything.
And she find her a partner.
There's so
Honey,
many
don't
women
let nobody
in this
define
industry
you or
that
judge you.
There we go.
they're not even
Do what you
open
gotta
about
do.
it. Are
It's
you,
that feminist
are you
talk.
crazy?
You're
Most
not
of these
helping
women are married. They're in relationships. They're going to college.
That's
You know
They're not-
I
it's
just
not
hate that
most. You're
people
lying.
Assume like
They're not in
oh,
a committed
you're a
relationship.
stripper,
They're
so
probably getting smashed.
you're not smart. I get it because I was that hypocrite. In my younger days, I never smoked, I never drank. I was the hypocrite that was saying, "Oh, I would never dance. Like that's degrading to women." Like, but you just can never say never. Like you just never know how life is going to turn out for you for any situation. So like I get it. But I'm being realistic and I'm letting those guys off easy.
Yeah,
We're not
so-
going to work out.
Dorian, go ahead. Let's hear it from you.
Yeah, I respect the naked hustle. Let's be honest, most of the people
Oh, shut the heck up. Hey, let me tell you something, man. You know what Jesus said in the Bible when he saw Mary Magdalene? He told her to get up and sin no more. And she stopped being a prostitute just like that. I understand it's a process, but don't make excuses for it. So we're about to hear some feminist talk. They're about to give her a pass. And this is the problem. When women don't correct, then they keep other women single. So she's not wrong that strippers can get a man. Of course a stripper can get a man. But what kind of man is this, though? If he's a man with some sense, he wouldn't dare. Like I said, if he's a man with some sense.
that, women that are, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people that are in church or things are reformed. You know what? As far as how I feel about it, I feel like you might have been projecting a little bit. I think you need to stand on business about what you do and why you do it and why you do it for yourself, first of all. And then you should use it as a testimony for other young girls that are growing into women. You could be a testimony for somebody, but don't let any man make you feel bad about what you do and why you do it, because you know why you do it.
Because it's not my life.
Exactly.
My life is
when I met you, you're very
working in
humble.
music.
You're very humble. You're very beautiful and you're very sweet. I didn't even know you were a dancer. So next time,
Yeah, but you're not making. Here's the thing. The how you explained it on the show, not this reunion show, is that the reason why you're still stripping is because you're not making enough money off the music. So until then, it is your life. All right, I'll play more.
I don't go out there, hey, I'm a stripper, nice to meet you. No, I'm a recording artist, nice to meet you. Like I really work in this music industry.
They look at it in a negative way. They look at it in a negative way. I look at it in a positive way. Like I said, if you look in the Bible, I don't know exactly which book of the Bible, but I could have sworn the lady that touched Jesus' clothes. Y'all know what I'm talking to.
Yeah, but
but what I'm saying is that you can use it as,
and that's like another thing.
Yeah, but I just spoke. You know what? I'm gonna let it play. I'm about to lose it. I just spoke on it. But she's not gonna tell the whole story.
Different levels to this.
Things.
There's strippers, there's prostitutes, there's escorts. No, I'm just a stripper here and
Are you
there.
ashamed of it?
This is not every day.
Are you ashamed of it?
No, I'm not ashamed of it. It's just it's not my life. Like I just see it as it's just here and there.
Because, lady, you stripping, you're upset because you stripping is not getting you the results you want in the dating world. So you're unhappy. And you're trying to, and I don't know what you're trying to find. Let's not get it twisted. She's had men. Be lying if she didn't. It's the type of men. It's the type of men. That's what it is. That's the problem. It's the type of men that she keeps getting. That's what the problem is. And you're getting those results because of how you live your life. If a man is doing things of a particular behavior, that is his life. So if a man is a drug dealer, that's his life. And he gets the results he gets because of his profession. That don't get to change because you're a woman. No. We are going to be held accountable as adults. Playtime is over.
So
All
why
right,
would
let's,
you-
let's go ahead and move on to our next topic.
Yeah,
then.
move on
So,
from her, man.
I don't have $1 million to spend on cameras.
She's just redundant, wrong, and strong. You know? Let's get off of her.
during your episode, seems like you had a lot to say, you know, and some of the things you said caused a lot of controversy. You know, the comments were going crazy on you. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of your clips. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
Initially, I
that was him.
thought that she was beautiful, but it was too much weave.
Yeah.
The toes hanging off the shoes for me.
Oh, he was wild.
Yeah, I just
her feet was
the toe was like she gripping the side of the shoe.
There was nothing wrong
I
with her
like the
feet,
smile.
man.
Thank you.
It's the hair, man. It's too much weave.
They look.
She said she was from Kenya, and I get a lot of scam calls, and I'm done with that. And it's the act. I'm gonna be saying, "Huh? What you say?"
Okay. All right. So, Braylon, stomping on the balloon. What was that about?
That's how I felt.
We gave you pics. Was that not good enough?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Stomping on the balloon.
Yeah,
like you stomped on
I
it.
had to stand on business.
Wow.
Yeah.
At 37,
Okay.
stomping on balloons.
That's what I want
Clown
to do.
activity, man.
You said what?
It's clown activity.
Hey, you 50. You on the show? That's clown activity. But you know.
Now that's my example. That's my example of a man calling another man out. That is something. That's just something that happens. Men, we call stuff out. You know, women are different. The women that are on the show didn't want to rock the boat with the stripper chick. You know what I'm saying? And this is how men are like this with each other, man, because when something is foul, it's foul. You know, some women look at it as, oh, men are just picking on women. No, men are just about standing on business. That is just something that is taught to men, whether it's growing up or society will teach you to stand on business. If I was doing clown activity like this brother said, he would have called me out too. You know what I mean? But hey, if it gets dicey between these cats, it is what it is. I mean, you know, he got a right to respond. You know, he attacked his age, you know, because I guess it's fair. He called him a clown. I don't know if this will escalate, but let's see.
We
Guess
all
what?
trying to
Guess
we
what,
all
though?
trying to have a good time.
Well, guess what though? I don't look 40.
I don't mad at it, man.
You heard me? And I got all my hair. Take the hat off.
I don't. the
You said
You
he
know
was
what?
hat fishing, huh?
I'm happy, but you got a spray on hairline, my boy. You don't want to do that.
See,
with
look at
me.
this.
That's one thing you don't want to do.
He mad because he don't have no hair. I got the hair.
Hold on.
He's not mad about
Nobody
not
can
having
say
hair.
anything if he got a size 22 waistline. You a grown ass man, my boy. Don't do that with me.
22 waistline.
Okay, yes, that's what you got on. That's one thing you don't want to do with me. You got them skinny small jeans on. Stay in your lane, my boy.
Uh-oh.
What lane is that? What you talking about? Stay in your lane. I got my own lane. I'm calling it.
Skinny small jeans. Be easy.
I'm top tier. You bottom tier.
I just want to say, you sat here to most
sorry,
of
go ahead,
those
I'm sorry.
women, and you were telling those women that they had too much weave.
Yeah.
But you've been sitting here on my girl since she been here,
I've been
and the
ta-
hair is the same.
I've been talking to her.
Oh, okay, I'm just
Just
wondering.
like
I'm
I've been
confused.
just like I've been talking to all the other women.
You got a crush on me?
when I was on there.
So, Braylon, are you typically, you know, that straightforward with people in like person when you meet them? Like,
Yeah,
tell
you
them,
could
like,
tell.
"Ooh, I'm not going to talk to you because your toes hanging off," and like,
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. I just won't talk to them.
Mm.
But we on a show,
right.
and they come out, and you guys asking us for our opinion.
Mhm.
You know, and and to be honest with you, this stuff is about clicks.
No, it's not.
I mean, okay, in a sense,
For you, it is.
we want.
Mm.
Okay, we're looking for the clicks. We're looking for the honesty. You know, I wanted to stand out in a sense, but I definitely wanted to be honest on how I felt though.
Okay.
You know, when the roles are reversed and the women are judging us in a sense, all the guys can understand that. You know, they tell us one thing is that our height. Pretty sure you can understand that, young man.
Come on, brother.
You know, it's our height. We can't
He's
change
right.
that.
He's right.
But a woman can change about how she wears her hair. And I can change
Come on
about,
now.
I can feel how I want to feel if I like this woman.
Come on, brother.
Or if I don't like this woman. And we only get 20 seconds with them.
Come
So
on.
it's not enough for me to be like, well, you know, even though she wears weave, I still like her, what's inside of her and things of that nature. No, we just going off the physical. And if the physical doesn't attract me, then I have to say, because you tell us what to say. You know?
Oh, I do not tell you what to say.
So y'all can I tell us what to say.
Those words came out of
Yo, let me get this one. Let me get this one. Let me talk to you. This man was spitting facts, and it was silence. He's right. Nobody on this show or anything, this is the world, period. When they ask the women and they have their preferences, no one bats an eye. But when a man gives his critique like the women do, everyone loses their minds. Y'all know I love using that. Shout outs to the Batman movie Joker. But yeah, I mean that's facts. And you can't even rebuttal what this man said. You know what I'm saying? It's always the height thing. It's always. You know what I'm saying? It's height, it's clothes, it's this, it's that. It's always something. Well, usually it's the height. The height you can't change. Like he said, you can't change her height, but a woman can change her weave. A woman could change her makeup. He's right about that. We can't do nothing about the height. And, you know, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? You can't, y'all ain't got nothing for that. I bet you some bull crap about to happen now. Watch.
your own mouth. I simply ask a question.
I'm like, can I ask a question? What are you looking for?
What's your type? He need a man weave.
So, okay, Braylon. So you said.
He need a man weave.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. So, Braylon, you said you
Like,
came
because you
on.
don't-
Guys, please hold on one second.
No, respectfully.
So you're saying it's for clicks. So are you saying you came on just to get a viral moment?
No,
Is that-
I'm sorry, I misspoke when I said that.
Okay.
I meant to say like it's you want to be different in some ways and things of that nature.
Okay.
So this is how Ohio gets down?
Not at all.
Mm.
Shout out to Ohio.
Cleveland.
What's your type? Though I would love to know.
I want to know.
I
You have
love
to cut people down to be different, though.
No, we wanted to be honest. I've seen many episodes of this show. And like I said, the first thing that a woman would say is talk about a man's height and things of that nature. And it's like, yo, we can't do anything about our height.
But what
See
are
why
you
it was
doing in that
nice?
moment? It's
See why
your
it was nice.
moment.
He was
Yes, and I'm being
prejudging, you
honest
guys.
about my moment. If I don't like the weave, that's what I don't like.
So what do you like?
I like a natural woman. I love a natural woman. I love someone that's soft. I love a woman that basks in her femininity. I love a woman that loves to cook, and I love a woman who likes to love on me.
Are you ready to take your content?
Yeah, yo.
You know, I like what likes me. And I'm used to women like my grandmother, my mom. They didn't wear weave and things like that.
Okay, look.
They didn't have weave back
Right,
in your
'cause
granny
I know we're
days.
talking
For
about
real.
look.
I'm saying.
Let's stay
They
on
had- they
looks
had
here.
wigs.
That's what
Look,
I love a
You went
natural
into
woman.
cooking.
They had
Okay,
wigs
we
back
all
then.
can cook. I mean, we better know how to cook. We got to eat. What's your look type?
That's not true.
I can't. it's not a certain look.
It has to be because you're popping on weave.
I said that I don't like weave.
But we love to wear weave, honey.
Yes, and y'all wear weave for each other. Y'all don't wear weave for us. I guarantee you, probably if it's 5 guys, 3 to 4 of us don't like weave, but we'll take it though because that's what y'all do. But we don't prefer that stuff. Y'all wear that to be in competition with each other.
You are so
Facts.
He is really delusional.
That's real.
Hold on. So he's the.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Y'all heard that? So he's delusional now because he said he likes a woman with natural hair, and he's calling them out for them cracking on a man because of his height. You know why? And I've said this on Mr. Z and Fit plenty of times. Because it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it.
That is so.
I'm sorry. Hey, if the brothers up here don't step up and say nothing, y'all better not.
We wear it for ourselves.
There's nothing wrong with
He just said that. Thank you, Captain Obvious. He just said y'all wear it for yourselves. He just said that. Y'all don't wear it for us. Hello, is anybody home?
with weed.
We just
but
like to have fun.
It's not like, I mean, some dudes just don't care. Like, if you get your hair done, it's not really for us. We don't. It doesn't. It's not a make or break thing for a lot of.
You saying this? We like to have fun. Y'all doing it for y'all. It's
Y'all wanna
not.
look good, y'all
It's
do
not for us.
For
It's
ourselves, not to be in competition.
Yeah,
It's for y'all.
Do you put on a chain to be in competition with another man?
No. Anybody? No.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
Chain
So
might
that's
be
not
smaller than
how it
somebody
is
else's,
for
you know.
how we choose
I'm
to wear
not
our
worried
hair
about
and nails. It's not competition.
Talking about.
And Coco Stiletto want to throw a shot right there. Like, come on, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, be mature. That's the one. That's Coco right here. Like, come on.
And she's asked me, what do I like?
Yeah.
I have a.
We do it for competition. Yeah.
You ladies do it for yourself.
Right?
Y'all don't
When
do
y'all
it.
get your hair done, who's the first one to compliment you on your hair? Another woman, right? Most likely. Right.
Hey, I'm
Okay,
just-
so
I'm
we're
just-
gonna
I'm
go
just
ahead and
here
move
being a truth
on.
teller. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what, man? A man stands alone when he's standing on truth. That's a fact. It, you know, the only time he. Shout outs to his brother right here in the red hat. He got nothing to gain and nothing to lose. That's his fiance right there. He proposed to her on the catch-up show. Okay. He got what he looking for. And his woman is natural hair because she barely got any hair on her head. So there's no weave right there. This brother found what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Good dude, too. And from what he says about this woman, they'll talk with them later on. But I actually like this couple in the front. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's the thing. Maybe they'll get back to the whole height thing because when they start talking to the other brother, hopefully he not being disingenuous, but a lot of women didn't pick him because of the height. The older head.
Yes, we heard you, Braylon. We heard you. So, Shayna, you ready?
I'm ready.
So obviously, accountability was a word that was thrown around a lot during your segment. When they're referring to you, they're calling you purple dress, all through the comments. So let's see what people were talking about and why they said that.
Yeah. Why are you single?
Oh,
that's her.
We'll still ask.
You are handsome. You are definitely my type. I just did not like the question. I feel like when men ask that sometimes they're trying to find something wrong. And I'm single because I'm single. I haven't met the person. I just didn't like the question.
From your last relationship, name one thing that you did wrong and one thing that he did wrong.
Not answering that.
Okay.
Lack of accountability.
Yeah, facts.
I thought it was so cute.
So Shayna, what do you have to say, about the comment saying you just have a lack of accountability? You didn't want to take any type of accountability when it came to some of these questions. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so honestly, when I filmed the episode, I left there on such a high. I was like, oh my gosh, this was so fun. And I even spoke to my match, Jeremiah, and a couple that we went out with. I'm like, they're gonna drag me a little bit because I wasn't answering some questions, but I didn't know it was gonna be to that extent. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all came from my life. And I know
That's
I
what you
can't
call
go
that?
back and fix the past. I can only grow from what happened. When I first was reading the comments, I was like, no, you know, but I had to sit down and think about it. If 2,000-3,000 people are saying something, I have to change something. I had to fix something. So I went back
Yeah.
and watched the episode, and if I could have changed something, I would have answered the questions. One of my mistakes that I made going on the show was I live a somewhat private life and I'm going on a public platform, and thought that I didn't have to answer certain stuff. And I learned that was a big mistake. I'm a very accountable person, but
You sure?
so my match on the show, which was Jeremiah, shout out to Jeremiah. I could honestly, I did apologize to him after the show, that I should have given him the opportunity to pop if I didn't want to pop my balloon. I should have let that up to him. And then after the show, I did answer the question answer his question. And the first guy that asked, why am I single? I could have answered that question too. So, I'm watching the episode and, I got a lot of positive
That
feedback
was
and
the
I got a lot
guy
of
she
negative, and I can only
actually
grow
wanted.
from what happened. So yeah.
That's why she's regretting it.
Generates.
Okay. All right. So just to open it up to everyone.
Yeah, that's the biggest red flag ever. The very first thing you should ask someone when you're talking, especially I'm talking to dudes, is like, what happened in your previous relationship and what did you do for that? We had that conversation about what I did. I mean, aside from the show I'm talking about, but and then I had a conversation with Chanel about that. But that's the first question. What did you do for that relationship to quote unquote not work? Because most, and no feminist type stuff, I'm not saying, but most women or most people will just gonna say, oh, it's just the guy, he did this. No. And that's a red flag in itself. If they can't say one thing what's hard about dating you? That's a question you should ask anyone you're speaking to. And if you can't answer that, what's hard about dating, you can't say one thing that's hard about dating you, stay away from that woman.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let me address him before you speak.
Of course.
I do agree with you. And like I said, I learned from this experience. And if you guys remember, I did say we both did something wrong. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just me. It was both of us collective. But in that moment, like, it's action. Cameras are, none of this was rehearsed. Y'all, when we go on this show, Arlette don't meet us with us in the back. This is what's going to happen. It's literally action. And just, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm sorry, let me finish. When I spoke to Jeremiah and I did answer the question, I'm not perfect. I have fallen, and I do take accountability that I did do things wrong in my past relationship. If I could go back and fix it, and I apologize to everybody that I did get upset, I would have answered the question. There's no way that I said I was perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. Did not say that one time. So people that are saying I'm a red flag because of that,
it's perfect.
no one is perfect. And I apologize to my match. I can only grow from the situation. So I did say what I did wrong and what he did wrong, and we both moved on from the situation.
Absolutely.
Real quick follow-up. So, but you're saying like, oh, none of this is rehearsed. When you're saying, oh, all these cameras and stuff, well, why wouldn't your first reaction be to tell the truth?
Okay, so I didn't lie. I did not lie. In that moment, I was the only one. I'm addressing the moment with me and Jeremiah. I was the only one who still had my balloon at that moment. The only person. And when he asked me that question, it was honestly, it was just me guarding my heart in that moment, because I was in a room full of strangers. I didn't know anyone, and that was just me protecting myself in that moment. And I didn't feel like it was like a safe environment for me to open up myself in that manner. I didn't know anyone to just start saying stuff about me. Had I had gone back, I would have absolutely answered the question. It was nothing bad. It was nothing scary. You know what I mean? I was just really guarding myself in that moment, and it didn't turn out the way I thought it would have turned out, But moving forward, that question, I will answer it.
So we're on a public platform, so we're looking for transparency.
I agree.
So when they ask the question, and the first thing you do is pop, in my mind, automatically is you ran.
Yeah, I agree. I can't say what you're saying is wrong, because I did run in that moment. Like I said, if I was able to do it again, I would let Jeremiah pop the balloon. I wouldn't have popped it, or the other guy. So they're telling us to move forward. So I hope I did answer your question. You guys, I am very accountable. I have people around me who keeps me accountable. The picture that was painted was not me, but I grew from this and I learned. a private life. Do not go on a public platform.
Well, I agree with that part.
I would like, can I just say one thing?
Uh-oh.
Like, just in your defense, with everything you said, coming out in front of people, you don't know anyone, just that question, why are you single? Women, we just don't like it. We'll answer it, but sometimes when we get that question on the phone, it's like, you know, like, I don't
Yeah,
want to
no-
talk about that
no
right
kidding.
now. There's nothing wrong with having that conversation.
We know y'all don't
But
like that
sometimes
question.
time
No
is
kidding.
important when you ask that question. And when a guy approaches a woman and be like, man, you look good, you everything, why are you single?
It's like translation.
I don't want to talk about that
What's
right
wrong
now.
with you?
My
Yeah, it's
answer
like
to that, why
translation.
we're single, because we were God made Adam, and when he made Adam, he made Eve. He didn't make Eve it's a man and most women. He made Adam with
about?
Eve, one person. So when we're living in this life, when there's multiple people maneuver to find your person, you found your person. Both of you put in the work
You
to find that.
you did all
But
that
a lot
battle
of
for
us have to
nothing.
put in that work.
So
to
when
find
I
our
asked though, why are you single? It's simple to say, I just haven't found my person.
And that's what I said. That's exactly what I said too. Maybe I shouldn't have popped, you know. And like I said, it's like men are trying to find something wrong with us. I'm single because like I said, I haven't met my match. I haven't met my soulmate.
Yeah.
And I believe that God is keeping him somewhere for me, and I'm okay on waiting.
Stop
You know,
But
and
I
I
feel
should
like that
I
answer
should
is already there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why would you ask somebody why you single?
Because
Like,
not everybody's on that.
what you want me
level.
to
Not
tell you? Oh,
everybody-
because I beat up my boyfriend?
Right.
Well, I don't know what you want to hear when you ask
See,
them,
this-
why you single?
This gets very
You know?
disingenuous.
But so what do you mean the truth?
I got 5
truth.
kids, and it's hard for
It's a
somebody to
struggle,
accept
right?
that.
It's all-
So that's what you want somebody to say.
No,
Yes.
we want the truth.
Yes.
We want
You
transparency.
want transparency?
That's it.
I got
Got it.
5 kids.
Why are you guys single? Why are you
We're
single?
matched.
Yeah,
already.
we're quiet.
We're matched
Well,
already.
I'm just saying different.
Reggie said, "My match is here."
Why were you single before?
Same reason, not finding your person.
That's true.
And then being open to finding the right person.
See,
And
when
we
I
can-
answered like I answered
because we don't know you. Because we don't know you. We're just meeting you.
If you're intelligent enough to
Right.
know that a person hasn't found
Facts.
their person yet,
We don't know
then you're
their
intelligent
story.
to know why someone's
So
single.
I'm supposed
They
to
ain't
look
found
at
their
you and
person.
know
trying to
your
figure
story
out if-
automatically. You don't have to ask you questions to get to know you. That's what the
Yeah,
questions
you
are
can
for.
ask questions, but
Right.
at the end of the day,
That's a
what's
question. That's what
the
dating is. I'm
like?
asking
What,
questions.
at the end of the
What have
day,
you been
like
through? What's your experience? What's your story? Why are you single?
See if they're crazy,
Just tell me
basically.
that's
Just have a
different.
conversation.
That's
You don't
different. But the
gotta be
question why you
extra deep.
single on
Just
the
have a
popular balloon
conversation.
show is like, what you want me to do? Tell you on the
It's
popular balloon why I'm
It's
single?
communication. Tell me the truth. Just talk to me. Let me know me.
Timing.
Don't try to overthink
Timing.
it. Like, nah, it ain't that
Timing.
deep. Tell me
It's
exactly.
timing. Period.
You don't. But
It's
you're-
timing.
you know what to expect from this show.
It's
You know
timing.
what to expect. You came on the show and you're.
All right, so
Millions
then
of people.
don't get mad if somebody choose not to answer a question on the show.
You
Okay?
cannot. We on a public
always have to
platform.
We're on
work
the
to
pop-
decline.
All right,
Right.
y'all. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in.
Yeah.
This is Mike's
I'm telling
topic,
you, man.
which is a good segue because we're moving on to our
Okay.
lovely engaged couple here. Let's give it up for them.
Exactly.
All right. So obviously, Mike and Kay are our first Pop the Balloon or Find Love engaged couple. And we are so happy for y'all. Let's go ahead and see your journey and what it took for you guys to get to where you are today.
I just wanted to know where you were from and then how do you feel about men with kids?
I'm from Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
and I would prefer him not to have kids
Okay.
because I don't have kids. But I'm open-minded.
You let her finish.
She says she would prefer, so I don't want her to settle. I want her to get exactly what she wants.
I feel that. I appreciate that.
I have 2
Shout
children,
out to him. He's a genuine guy.
19, 14. I'm very interested. If anything, I think you're very beautiful. I like the way you carry yourself. You said you're big on health, stuff like that. I'm into that. So yeah, I would have kept, but I mean, maybe I should have held on, let you make the decision. But
Yeah,
at the
also
same
saying
time,
I'm open-minded.
okay. I mean, I'll take a balloon back and then I'll let you make the decision.
Yeah, get your balloon
Okay.
back. That's
Can we get a
crazy.
balloon back? Let's get a balloon back.
Finish.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you, you know, and I don't feel like I'm rushing. I feel like it's natural. So, I mean, honestly.
Are you serious? Oh,
Nicole, I love you deeply, man. And we are moving at our own pace, regardless of anybody else's opinion. You are a special one. And when a man knows, he knows. And I believe from the bottom of my heart that you are my person, my best friend, the person I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with, and just have a good time. And we just enjoy it together. So you and me, that.
Yes. crying. Wow, that was so beautiful.
Did you know? Did you know you was gonna do that?
Okay, hold on, y'all.
Shout outs to them,
obviously,
huh?
Mike, you're a man of you are a man of like words.
Look, man,
Yeah.
I'm a poet, but the words just came naturally, man. It's easy to just express yourself when the sentiment is genuine. So, the case of a beautiful woman, just a great person in general. So, I mean every word, and we've been rocking ever since. So.
That's good. That's good. So I'm not gonna lie. When y'all first walked off on Pop the Balloon, I was a little unsure about you guys. I was like, dang, I don't know, man. he popped, and she's not sure about the kids. Whatever
The way
it
he
is.
grabbed my hands when we walked off, he wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure. But so, obviously he initially popped because he have kids. Have the kids, how's that been like for you? I know because at first you were a little iffy about it. How has it been?
Oh, it's been good for me.
Okay.
I mean, it's my co-parenting situation has always been good. My kids are a little bit older, so it's never really any issues. And then the kids are older, they welcome Kay in, and just they're teenagers. As long as they're happy, everybody's happy, I'm happy. Then it's been a good situation. So
Yeah, the family, both of our families have been very supportive so far. So
Good. So speaking of your families, how was it? Were they shocked that you guys, because how long after you guys met did you get engaged?
it
was about a month and a couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
I knew after like 2 weeks,
Period.
what I was gonna do. So then we went to the follow up, man. Yeah, and that was that. man.
So how
month
did
and
they
a half
take it?
later.
How did
Wow.
they take it when you guys
I
told
mean,
them?
they was shocked. They was shocked like everybody else.
Yeah.
We didn't expect the reaction.
Definitely
on the
taking a
internet to be
chance
what
if
it
it's
is,
that
but,
soon.
I mean, it's a lot of love and support.
But
people
hey,
telling
man,
it's their journey, their stories, and
Good.
saying when is a true statement, man. It's kind of like one of those things that's like you can't really explain, but when you definitely know. So.
Yeah.
Right. Like my family was definitely like, are you sure? But then I told them, watch the show, watch the proposal. And they did. They saw his character. They saw, all the things he was saying about me. And they were happy for me after seeing it, after seeing us together.
Yeah.
You can sometimes you just gotta see it to believe it.
You can feel y'all.
Congratulations,
energy,
y'all.
connected,
Literally.
and
Thank
it's
you.
so high vibrational.
Thank you.
I'm
And
so
like
excited.
being public with, relationships is something that both of us have never done before.
Yeah.
So our family was like, this must be serious. And
Oh, it
it
is.
is very serious. So
Yeah, because you guys started a YouTube channel and everything,
Yeah,
right?
we have a YouTube, Love McKay. It's at probably
Yes.
11,000
about
subscribers.
11,000
live.
subscribers.
Yes, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, follow
The Swiffer Power Mom.
Follow our
Love is
YouTube
real,
page.
man. A lot of love, man. So,
Oh man. So have you guys started wedding planning? I know you just got engaged. We ain't trying to rush y'all, but I'm just asking. Have you started?
We started.
Ah.
We have a date. We have a venue. We're making our guest list.
Can I be invited?
Leave him at the door.
It's LOL, but
Well, unfortunately, you're not on that episode 12.
Oh, Who's gonna talk about everybody needs their.
Wait, when is the date?
If you want to disclose it, I know a lot of people.
Oh, sorry.
Some people don't like disclosing the dates.
Is it
Yeah,
next year? Or?
so we're getting married June 1st, 2025. Because
Because we
June
met.
1st is the day we met. on
Oh,
Pop
let's give it up for them. Yes. Wow, I'm definitely so happy for you guys.
Going to
Like,
NBA Finals.
what did he say?
First,
Uh,
never get married.
Okay, well, yeah, like everyone here said, we feel the love between you guys. Like it's so hard to believe that you guys just met, not that long ago. But like Mike said, when a man knows, he knows, and a woman too. We know too. All right, perfect. So our next gentleman was definitely talked about a lot, all over. There's clips of you on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook, but I've seen it on Facebook. So
Yeah, I
Ryan,
even did a show about
you already
him.
know we're talking about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey
This man
on
was
Pop
spitting
the
facts
Balloon.
though.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many kids you have?
Friends. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
10, and 12.
Okay. How many daddies?
2.
2.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right?
Mhm.
But I just want you to understand when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man.
Mhm.
That's it. If you have multiple from a different man,
Mhm.
that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man.
right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, Brian. So you came out episode 15. I was like, Brian, what are some of your deal breakers? You said you don't have not one, not any. But as we saw, as you went down the line,
Yeah,
you
it
did
was
have a deal
double
breaker,
talking.
and that was women that have multiple baby daddies.
Right?
So, what do you, is that something you came out knowing, or?
Of course I came out knowing, but for that right person, I will compromise for that. Right? And I think every man will compromise for that if they come in with multiple kids for multiple different men, right? We gotta like them like that. That was my deal breaker, but like I said on the show, then I would extend grace for somebody that I'm feeling like that. So that's what that was.
Okay. So then why is that something you didn't say like up front when I was like, oh, what's your deal breaker?
Because after listening to the women, I don't know which one I was gonna like. I didn't, as far as their responses, who I was gonna attract or pull energy from. So I didn't really know who I was gonna feel until I heard what they had to say. So that's that grace part right there, right? So even if they had multiple different kids from multiple different men, if I still like them, like that, real men do.
Okay. You're kind of saying like you didn't want to say that just in case one of them popped on you?
All of them would have popped if I said that.
He was testing the waters.
Yeah.
But he was giving nobody grace. Why are you saying
Well,
grace?
I mean,
You were giving
even
no grace.
even though that
weren't sure.
we talked, me and this guy earlier, we was joking around. He said nothing wrong. Like it devalues the woman when you go through multiple men and have multiple baby daddies. We don't
I
want to
never-
deal with that. If you got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, it's like, damn, your decision making skills are horrible.
Y'all forget
Okay.
that y'all the ones who
And
plant
then right
the
there,
seed.
and then y'all forget that I'm 41 years old. I got a 25-year-old child. So you're basing your perception of me from 25 years ago.
Come on.
I'm not that person I'm not that kid that I was 25 years ago.
Speak on
And I'm not that young adult that I was 25 years ago. I've grown from that. I've healed from that. I now make better choices, better decisions.
Right.
And I live more of a healthy love life,
Right.
than I did then. So you're gonna tell me, oh, well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No, it's
Oh,
not-
but that
no,
happened
it's-
25 years
it's
ago.
not the number of
At what
kids.
point are you going to give grace? Like at how long are you going to I don't want to use the word punish,
They don't want. They don't want to hear it, man. They don't
a
want to hear
woman
it.
for her past.
We
It's
know
like
how it
Brian
goes.
came out and said, I don't judge their past.
then
We all
judge.
make mistakes. And then he basically just flat out judged.
That's the gentleman's preference. We're not judging you for how many kids. It's
Yeah.
how many baby fathers you got. If you
Okay.
get with a guy and I'm 40 years old per
Yeah.
se, and I have 8 kids by 6 different women,
Yeah.
that says something.
And then everybody's situation is different.
That
Like
part.
4
we all
kids
have
and
different
4 baby
circumstances.
daddies.
But that's not
belongs
that's
to
not
the
what
woman.
it was.
3
I
baby
have
daddies.
my children. I have by 2 different men, and I was in a 12-year relationship that was abusive. I escaped that by God's grace. I give thanks every day.
So
And
you-
so when I moved on to the next relationship, I'm just looking for something better than what I had. And just because it was better doesn't mean it was for me. So when I realized this isn't for me, should I marry this man just because society is going to look at me like I'm a failure as a mother or as a woman? Or no, should I keep going and look for what is really for me?
And I'm
not going to
having
say
kids
that
by
I've
this
made
man?
all the best decisions as a young adult. I never said I made the best decisions.
And that's
but
what we're referring to, the
Yeah.
decision making skills.
yeah.
Are you ready to take your content to the next level?
No,
But that's now, that's in the past. So you're not gonna meet a woman and she tell you she stole a candy bar at 14 years old. Oh no, I can't do that.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
she
do
being
thieves.
extreme.
She
man.
she was a kid. She made a mistake. She ate that, and the candy bar is gone. So in my situation, I feel like I ate that. I ate that relationship that I went through. I ate being a young teenage parent. I ate it. Like the young kids say, you ate. I feel like I ate. I've grown from that. I'm not that person that I was.
the relationship
so why?
is awesome, but the key you're bearing the man's children.
All right. So, Janae, when you were having, your conversation with Brian during that segment, what was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions? Like, okay, how many baby daddies? How many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't
just
have the
realized
3
who that
baby
was.
daddies,
She
I
looked
wouldn't have my
different there.
3 amazing kids. I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference. He deserves a queen of whatever that looks like for Brian. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this 4 fort?
Here we go. Now it's
You
that.
can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked Brian afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is.
It's a
my
preference.
person is my person. You know what I'm saying?
Are you equipped?
Like people
So
don't
if a
know how
man
to
don't
live
want it,
in
he ain't-
reality. They
it's-
want to live into society.
Hmm.
And it's fake to me. I'm not with it.
You should have been thinking about equip before you had kids with 3 different men. I mean, so this is what I don't like, right? Because I never heard of a man having multiple baby mothers, and then he gets on there and he says, yeah, these women, they not equipped to get a man like me and take me. No. They would come at that brother. Them women would say, no, that's too many baby mothers. And I think somebody on the show did that. I think a woman popped because the guy had too many kids, or because he had too many baby mothers with the number of kids. People seem to not have a problem with that. I mean, double standards. We know.
Okay. And then I think Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something.
one thing I do want to say, which I to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is
Yep.
fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids. But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. We kind of chatted about it before. Everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking on that, Brian, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Okay.
Because if I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you. Right? And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. Nah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace that. We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact
Women
thing
do
and not get
embrace
angry
accountability. I'm not
and
angry.
feel like men
I'm
are
not-
aggressive
I'm not
and
being
feel like men are aggressive
You are being
when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right? And maybe I could have delivered it a little bit softer, but
And
that's
then
not
James,
the route that I
you wanted to
chose.
say something?
Brother, the way you've
Hold
been
on
talking.
one second. James is going to go.
I wanted to say something about that. I understand both sides. You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't care if a female has a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like I've dated girls
You
that have
lying.
multiple kids, and I think that men think one of 2 ways.
Brother,
One
get
is
some
like,
standards, man.
okay,
You wouldn't
made
go for
horrible
that.
decisions.
Unless you got kids
And
himself.
then the other downfall could be, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, and for me,
Which
I
is
love
true.
kids, like I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I wanted to say is like,
Can I say something?
Man, pandering,
Brian,
man.
I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's 2 different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a lead, protector, provider, who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or it takes a village to raise.
Stop it. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to no, hold on. Let me talk to y'all. You don't get to now separate him from being a leader, protecting provider because he said he didn't want a woman with 3 different baby fathers. You don't get to now hang that over his head and say that the man who will accept the woman with multiple baby daddies is the leader and the protector and the provider. You don't get to do that. You don't get to make that paradigm right there. No.
What is
Nope.
that?
I'm not going for that. I hope he handles this response well. But fellas, let me tell you something. We live in a world where men are ashamed for having standards such as this specifically. We're not going to be the cleanup crew. Women, not all women, but women who are hit dog holler like this, they like to gloss over the fact that they'll say they were young and dumb, right? Men are never allowed to say that they were young and dumb for having multiple baby mothers. No. Men don't get that grace. And since women want to be equals, right? You know, they fought for equality in many different arenas. So that means you should be judged equally too. Men catch a lot of heat for having multiple baby mothers. Men catch a lot of heat from that. So the Maury Show has a way of exposing this. And a lot of women hated that show. But they had no problems with the shows that were dogging men for over 30-something years. I'm 37. Some of these talk shows are older than me. And they were allowed, younger than me and older than me. And they were allowed to spew a lot of rhetoric, a lot of anti-male rhetoric. And some of those shows were hosted by men themselves. Pandering. We didn't know what pandering was back then. We know it now. And we see how deadly it is. And look what generation it gave birth to. I'll let it play some more, but I just had to interrupt that because I don't like the picture she was trying to paint there.
Raise these kids. I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with one kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on you. You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you, and I'm not even mad at the world, and I don't give a fuck about anybody. If we can keep it G.
Nah, you a hit dog holler, and you are pressed because that's why you talking like that, you know. And that attitude is not gonna get you the man that you desire, that you respect. Emphasis on you respect. That's gonna accept you for the situation that you are right now with that attitude. Humble yourself, lady. Humble yourself.
I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman, and I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household. I'm not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world. Everybody got their own opinion, and I respect you 100%. It is what
Good
it
luck.
is.
And let me hold on. Wait, hold on. And I respect that. I appreciate that. Right? It's gonna be a special type of man that's gonna come in and take care of you and your unit. That's gonna take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men want to start their own family. All right, you know what I'm saying? So why would we come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm gonna be the 4th? You're gonna look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house, right? Because they're not mine.
Because you're not a baby daddy or husband. You're not gonna be a
You're
baby
the head
daddy.
of household. It's a difference.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm not their biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, you know, I'm not raising your sons right.
Or you can't.
I'm a dead this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said nigga.
You don't want one.
I need a man who knows who's going to come into a whole house.
It's not happening.
He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. I'm not living into.
No. Let me correct that. The Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing, meaning that she was already a good thing before he found her. What are the examples of that wife? The Bible taught us about a woman who is number one, a woman who has I would think a woman who's a wife is a woman who's a helpmeet. So if you're a helpmeet, that qualifies you, right? That goes into the qualifications. If you are we talk about this all the time. A lot of women will say they're Proverbs 31, but they're not, right? So if you are the one that you have a relationship with God yourself, you have a relationship with the Lord yourself, you are modest, there are things about you that are already there. The Bible teaches men how to be husbands. Since she quoting scripture and half of it in that context, the Bible is very adamant about training men on how to be husbands. It's all through the Bible, right? And then it gives instructions for ladies who want to be wives. So that would mean that you would have to encompass that. And then that's when it's a good thing. It's not a good thing because you say so. Because I add wife to your title doesn't make you a good thing. No, you would have to be that before I met you. And just like the man has to be a husband before he gets his wife. I get it. Time preparation. There's so many things that go into it. If you wanted the right outcome for the right marriage that you want, then yes, as a man, you got to prepare yourself. Okay? So that's already known. She's about to get up here because his dog hollers. So she's definitely pressed. She's triggered. You know what I'm saying? And she's not letting this man speak. That's how we know you triggered. You're over talking. You know what I'm saying? You're getting loud. You're cussing more. Like all the things that you are exhibiting right now, lady, is not a wife. No. And it further explains why you got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. These are your results. And you didn't like. And number one, why are y'all not playing the clip? She says she didn't like this man because because of his pants. I didn't forget that. Play that, all that.
Society or social media. This show, and I appreciate you guys because this is real life.
Mm-hmm.
You show me the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more, but you know,
If you guys were to get together, hypothetically speaking.
Who?
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Just hypothetically, you and Brian.
You and Brian. If you and Brian were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my
As far
children?
as
Yes.
Let's word that a
Can
little.
well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Brian, you understood what I was saying, correct?
Correct.
If your kids is acting up,
Yeah.
can he whoop your kids?
If
Like he
they
would whoop
need
his
it.
own son?
If they need it.
Uh,
I mean,
You
let's
just
be
have to
real.
be- you just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be
that, but let's be
If
real.
you're gonna whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The afterward.
Exactly. What
You
comes
feel
after
me?
that? Because as a father, nobody's gonna whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step parent of somebody else's kids, I'm a whoop them.
But you're not
And I
going to whoop
understand.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for explaining why it's wise to not get with a woman with kids. Because okay, the discipline comes. Now you got to deal with the real child's father. Yo, there's nothing works in the favor of a man getting with another woman who has kids, but everything goes in the favor of that woman. Because essentially she has gotten another provider. They already got their real dad. They got him on child support, and then now she's gonna want the new man to share his resources. And if any woman is saying that she's not expecting that, she's a goddamn liar.
Did you hear what I said?
understand that that's double. No,
Different
because
ways to discipline
I'm ready
kids
to fight
besides
for
whooping
mine.
them.
I'm ready
I
to
got a
fight for mine.
5-year-old. My
So
son has never had a whooping.
listen, I'm ready to fight for mine. So I'm going to check you on that. And if dude wanted to check me on that, he has that right. And that's all I'm saying.
And those are the issues that we deal. And
it.
those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like, and
Those
another
are the
thing I want to
insecurities.
address is that, like
No,
Brian,
no.
I've been hearing you talk since we've been.
You call it an insecurity. Shut the heck up. That's not an insecurity. You don't get it. Because you're not the man. You don't get it. So you're throwing shots, but the reality is there's no way that a man 100% walks out of this, in an empowered position. Now, if it's a mature situation where, because the stepdad situation has worked out for some men and the kids love the stepdad, but that's rare.
Been here all day. Like, your demeanor hasn't changed. So I want to say, like, I don't think that you were aggressive at all. I think that you were being you.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that
Exactly.
authenticity that
Exactly.
you have been bringing. And I still got a couple more jokes in the back of my head for your ass too.
Okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. And so Chanel, you were like the queen of facial expressions.
I was.
And everyone was showing you like I was getting tagged all over Instagram, like, look at this woman, like she's making all the faces. And I feel like
She's
most of it
corny.
was during Brian's segment. So let's take a look at all the faces you were making.
That disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman.
Judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
So you know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
but you
She said, period.
So and the mic was in front of you. You didn't say too much, but like your face was speaking for you.
I didn't even know the camera was on me.
Oh yeah.
Because the way you guys are very strategic in the way you set it up. So I thought the cameras was focusing on them. So I would just sit on the side like, I had no idea they had everything on there. But that's just me in general. But it was a little shocking. Like Brian came out, like some people were saying in the comments, like swinging, like and everybody. I don't have any kids. So and also I was thinking like, I wish he asked me some questions. I'm going to get them. But it didn't come back to that. So it didn't circle back, but.
And then just to go ahead and wrap up Brian's segment, you are writing a book.
Yes.
Or you actually wrote a book already. So is it finished?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Go
Perfect
ahead.
match.
Mm.
The perfect match. 7 keys to pop your balloon to find love. You can find it on Amazon for a pre-order. You can find it on my website at perfectmatchbook.com.
All right, so listen up. Stay
But what is 7 keys? What do you mean 7 keys to?
Seven advices, 7 tips, right? 7, to be able to balloon or find love like you did for Reggie. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
What are 3? What are the 7 keys?
Gotta buy the book.
Gotta buy the book.
Buy the book. You gotta buy the
Please
book.
tell us one.
No spoiler alert.
Buy the
Tell us one.
You were on our very first podcast that me and VM did, and we did talk a little bit about it. So let's take a little glimpse at that.
But you definitely want to pick this up right here. This is going to make a lot of perfect matches. It's going to save people a lot of time, right?
My husband started laughing,
It's
yo.
definitely something that you want in your book collection. This is for all the readers.
So Brian, you said that this book is gonna get people a lot of matches,
Right.
And then some of the comments during that podcast said, "How is Brian writing a book about matches when he didn't even get one?"
Right. And I saw that. And I saw that. Right. And I saw that. But every shot you take, you're not gonna make.
Mm.
Right. But at the same time, there's humility in the journey. Right. So I wrote the book so you can be able to take a different route or take a different approach than what I did, so you won't get popped or for you to get chosen. Right. So just because I didn't get a match, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a match. Right. So my old lady somewhere might be somewhere else. I don't know. She might not be on the show. She might be watching the show. she might be waiting for me to come get her, wherever she might be.
You might be
right?
overseas.
Might be, you know, I might be a passport bro, right? Because our Black American women tripping
At
around
this
here.
point,
Oh,
no.
no.
Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, you dig? Y'all
Take
tripping.
accountability.
Don't have us go abroad and find somebody else that's of a different ethnicity when you right here at home. Please don't do.
Oh, hold on. Okay. I can't say I didn't expect maybe for him to have that kind of mindset. You know, I can identify a red pill talking point. You know what I mean? Brother. Dang. Now you really about to catch heat now. Because I think at some point the women kind of let off of you, but now, they really about to get you. See, they were before they even got the S segment, they were calling the brother in the white on with the bald head the villain of the show. Right? Because he's standing on business, and brother, you stand on business too. We knew that about you when you was on the show. You was on the show twice. You was on the one, and the women passed up on you, and then when it was time for you to pick, you know, so you've had shine time twice on Pop the Balloon Collective. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what time it is. And yeah, she put the battery in your back to say overseas. He didn't bring up overseas. He gave him an alley-oop pass and he dunked it. But the fallout is coming. I need to see what else is about to be said, because that fallout's not good.
I'm making it back from home, from over there.
I like that nigga, man.
So is anybody here picking up Brian's book? Y'all
I'm
picking up
gonna
the
buy
book?
it.
Okay.
I support.
Good.
I'll just put it on the shelf.
How much is it?
It's $22.99.
Okay.
So it's reasonable. It's $9.99 on Kindle. You can pre-order it.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to write that book, and I do hope I get lots of sales.
Thank you.
Yes. Everybody reads in on it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So on episode 20, it ended off with such a bang. Our last girl came out and she was like, you know what? Y'all gonna get a piece of me. So let's go ahead and take a look at Dorian's journey.
I didn't even watch this episode. What's gonna happen?
So you staying in your little dress?
I was in the back drunk, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you feel me?
It's fine. It's a $300 dress.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's the $300 dress. My bad. I got a little makeup on it.
And I popped my balloon because you came out a little aggressive. You feel me? I like femininity. I'm not saying you not feminine, but your demeanor, maybe it's the liquor. You feel me? But
No, I just don't think I would like to be out on a nice dinner date or skydiving with somebody that wears pearls. So I don't like the pants. I'm gonna be honest. I think that since you're light skinned, you should have wore something a little bit more less olive. But okay.
I thought you were gonna say sage.
Okay, so Dorian, let's start off with the first thing that's been going all around the internet: the $300 dress.
Yeah. If you know me, I love cocktail dresses. My favorite place to shop is House of CB, Opoly, any UK brand. They're in a frenzy because I said the dress was $300 and they're getting it for $17.99, which is okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But yeah.
So yours was
$300
from House of CB, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it on Instagram. It got like almost 3 million views now, because they were so obsessed with the dress, because I look good in it.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful dress. Beautiful dress.
It was just a lip liner pencil drop. Imagine just dropping a lip liner on your dress like that, just to die.
I didn't even see this thing.
Exactly. He was delusional. That part.
Okay. And now there was a part, I think it was when you were talking to the second.
You know, y'all say words and don't know the definition. The man saw a stain on your skirt, and your response is he was delusional. Jeez. Man, stay in school, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in school.
Second guy, Ryan, sorry, when you're talking to Ryan. And he started saying a statement about how you had an unwelcoming demeanor, and you said, we all know why. Why? If you want to explain that.
So I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to tiptoe around my words with that because I do have a nice job. But if you look at Ryan's YouTube, you look at his pictures on his Instagram, you look at his exes, Ryan just looks like he brings green bean casserole to the barbecue. And that's exactly what I meant when I said that. Shout out to Ryan. I seen your YouTube video. I seen what you said about you want to figure out where I'm from and how my parents are. They're great people. They raised me to stand up for myself.
That part. Okay.
She's
so
saying
now,
that
were you shocked?
he has a history with white women. That's what I think she's saying. Because she said metaphorically, green bean casserole. Green bean casserole seems to be a staple dish in the Thanksgiving homes of white America. Promoted. I mean, it's like promoted. So it's not just me saying that, but it's promoted in television, movies. If you ever paying attention, when they have Thanksgiving, they always show green bean casserole.
All the guys were like, yeah, we agree. You came out aggressive.
No, I wasn't shocked.
Okay.
I was raised by men, so I'm a type of person for a certain type of man. I feel like their reasons weren't as straightforward as they could have been. Like, I thought it was an open dialogue. I wanted them to get in a little bit more of a detail of why they didn't like me besides me being aggressive and assertive. They really wanted to call me ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Ain't nothing wrong from being from the ghetto.
It's not. It's like I really learned on social media.
I'm from
just
the ghetto.
You feel me? So
Yeah,
I
but
really
you could be
learned
from the.
it's crazy
Check this
how
out.
they just.
You could be from the ghetto, but that don't mean you could be from the ghetto and still have manners. I think that's a misconception. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if we're gonna get into like street smarts and stuff like that, like, you know, there's a lot of things that we see and learn, you know what I mean, depending on where you're from and stuff like that. But you're still gonna have, but that doesn't mean you being from the ghetto mean you don't have manners. I don't like that that stereotype. There are many people from many walks of life, man. There are people who are not from the ghetto, and they some of the nastiest people in the world. They lack manners. They lack integrity. They lack everything. And you cannot be. Now I'm saying you could be from the suburbs and that like that, but I think what they were trying to say is that she just came off masculine. They maybe thought she came off rude. I didn't see the show, but as I can see how she talking, man. I mean, you know, a certain type of cat, you know, will invite that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know. Best of luck.
The way my cadence, how they just automatically, oh, she's ghetto, she's ratchet. When you can do both. You can be both. You can be corporate. You can be from the hood. They just didn't know how to handle me, but we don't come from the same place. And I respect them and I respect how they feel. So I don't expect them type of men to understand me.
Those type of men.
You know what nobody talks about when it comes to building.
So, you know.
They're not my type.
So after you guys watched Dorian's segment, I know that whole lineup of guys, they were like, yes, when the last guy was like, yeah, I feel like you're coming off aggressive. Did any of you guys get that impression as well?
No, not at all.
She was coming off
She was
aggressive.
being real, man.
She was being
I thought she was being real.
I think what the ball dropped for her was when she was like, I was in the back drunk, like that right there. You know,
I agree.
And took it and ran with it. Right?
I gave them. You guys are totally right. I literally had 2 shots. I'm come on. All my friends we turned. So I BT'd a little bit, but I literally wasn't drunk. I was nervous. It was my first time on a big platform, and it was a lot of different men. So I was nervous. That was my best answer at the time. I was not drunk, y'all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Are you drunk now?
No, I'm not drunk. I should have brought a bottle of Don Julio. I got drunk. I had the same amount of drinks today that I had on the show that day, and I'm still. This is how I am. They was just scared a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of think they was too. I didn't really think that nothing you said was wrong.
Thank
I
you.
think you really express yourself well.
Gracias.
I think they just want like. I just think they like a lighter, like a a more lesser woman who likes to speak more, less
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? And I know
Yeah.
you're not that type. You very outspoken.
Yeah.
When
I like an open dialogue with my man. Like I want to joke, I want to laugh, I want to really get the. If we don't speak and we don't talk, and I just got to be soft spoken all the time, then we'll never really get to know each other when we're mad, happy, sad, rich, broke. Like that's childish to me. So they weren't for me, and I wasn't for them. And then hopefully
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
find
you
somebody
you
that
could be that and nice.
appreciate
I mean,
that.
if you're nice,
I thought
you'll get nice
James, I think
results.
hilarious.
Did you want to just
Well, I
add
was just
something?
going to say, I think it came across aggressive because your voice carries. Like it sounds like you yelling, but you're not. Like you calm, but your voice carries. Does that make sense?
You have a strong presence, so
Yeah.
that's it is what it is.
I agree with what he's saying. Strong presence, voice, yelling is crazy. I think they just pinpoint. I think they just said that because the way I talk, the way I act, I'm very energetic. I'm outgoing. So I mean, that's your opinion, but I don't think I was yelling. I was talking in the same voice.
People say that you're yelling when you disagree with them, and everything the guy said, you disagree with them, and you gave them another reason why you felt differently, and they
They
don't
were
like that
gaslighting
either.
me for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, well, that is end of this reunion. I do thank all of you for giving your input, and all of you guys for being transparent and so open. Like it takes a lot to come out here and do what you guys did, from going on Pop the Balloon and also coming on here and also doing follow-ups.
Yeah.
Like not a lot of people are able to do what you guys did. So let's give it up for yourselves.
Girl, thanks.
Honestly. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into the season 2 reunion of Pop the Balloon or Find Love with me, Arlette Amuli. We do thank you all for all of the support you've given us through this entire season. And we do hope to catch you all season 3, episode 1, coming real soon before you even know it.
And before you go, I just wanted to take this moment to say happy birthday to my baby. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. If y'all could just help me wish him a happy birthday.
Okay, all right.
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I had fun. Arlette should have done there's some people that I wish that would have been on that panel. Arlette should do a round 2, a part 2 with the other people. So what have we learned? I don't know. I guess the same thing we learned from many other these episodes. This was the reunion episode, and it's been a hot topic, so that's why I wanted to do a reaction to it now as opposed to waiting. But I'll just say this. Look, it's like this. People want their person. I know we really got to stop faking the funk, man. I think a lot of us are acting like we don't need somebody or don't want somebody when we do. It is normal to desire love, to go through life with another person. It's normal, man. And I'm talking real stuff. I ain't talking sex, man. I'm talking about some real stuff. And that's normal. You know what I'm saying? And I think what I need from this show going forward is some more genuine, selections. You know what I'm saying? Because this show does nothing if there's no matches. I don't want this to turn into a trend where everybody's just popping, and they're popping for the sake of going viral. I get it. You shouldn't pick what you don't want. That doesn't make any sense for the sake of having a successful show. I know that. But this show has a brain of its own, and people pick how they pick. You know what I'm saying? But respect each other, man. If there's one thing I want to say, And I know this show is predominantly black contestants. Let's treat each let's do better by each other. Let's treat each other better. Let's look at ourselves as choices and not just obstacles as a means to an end or a means to a cause. Let's treat people like people, man. We're human beings, man. Human beings with a lot of love to give. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. It's the Fifth General.